And good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mornings in Meridian. Forget about Fun Friday. This is Fun Tuesday. That's a great full house Tuesday today. So glad you're out there tuned in to Mornings in Meridian. Roger B. along with Say Hi to Rob Atkinson.
When has a Tuesday ever been fun?
Well, whenever the sheriff brings those biscuits.
Oh, see, that's where the priorities are at, Charles. Yeah.
It's all about the biscuits.
And say hi to Charles Frazier.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
And
we have so it's a fun Tuesday. That's what we're calling it.
It's a fun Tuesday.
Terrific Tuesday, we could call it.
Terrific Tuesday.
Got a little alliteration there, you know what I mean?
You know, I'm proud that you know the term. You've paid attention in English class.
Okay.
Very good. Wait a minute. You
Thanks for credit.
were born in England. What am I saying?
Right.
It has nothing to do with that, but okay.
Whatever.
Got to bring that up again.
Charles has an advantage over me, Mr. English teacher, because he was born in the country.
He's a native English speaker. Yeah, okay. Right.
And, of course, here he is all the way from, from Chamberville, Mississippi. Say hi to Sheriff Solly.
Morning, guys.
How you doing, sir?
Absolutely wonderful.
Glad to have you here on this, second to the last scheduled visit.
Yes, sir. Any chance you can play a little Muddy Waters today?
Yeah, can do some Muddy Waters.
Particularly 40 days and 40 nights.
Oh, that must be a magic number.
Oh, man. Well, now, and here's the thing about it. The sheriff he brought biscuits, and, of course, that's a good thing. But he's got some help along today, and she's over in the corner of the studio. You can't really see her, but granddaughter Reese is here today. Obviously, school's out for the week, and she says, I want to go see what they do at the radio station.
She's heard about you, Roger.
She has?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she knew that you were going to be here today, and the only chance she was ever going to get to meet you was today.
Today. Well, I tell you what, it's been my pleasure.
Well, thank you, sir.
Glad. You want to talk on the radio and say hi to everybody? No?
She says, nope.
Just give a big loud shout from over there. Say hello.
Oh, yay!
All right.
That's just the beginning.
All right, folks. And just remember, every Tuesday before Thanksgiving is Bring Your Granddaughter to Work Day. So there you go. Good job. Sheriff, of course, I know that you were giving accolades about some of the things that she's accomplished in her schooling and her sports career. So since she's not speaking, except other than say hi, give us a little rundown of Reese's accomplishments.
She's an outstanding softball player for Southeast.
Mm-hmm.
She also plays football, and I tell people all the time she's not the kicker. She is offensive guard, defensive tackle, and linebacker for the 7th grade team. She plays basketball for Southeast. She is one of, I think, 4 junior high athletes that made the archery team. Yes, sir. Mighty proud.
And, of course, that's when I turned to her and I said, that's what happens when you're born into a competitive family.
Yep.
So there you go. But good job, Reese. Glad you're here. All right. Well, moving on this morning, we're glad you folks are out there. And, of course, we want you to be part of our show. So we give our number out there. This is the day. If you have a question for the sheriff, you can call him right now at 601-485-9191. 601-485-9191.
Yeah, because time's running out.
40 days.
This visit and one more.
Yep.
40 days.
Yep.
Wow.
And 40 nights. And
40 nights.
As the sheriff, I bet the nights are probably worse than the days. You can't forget the nights. Yeah.
I get about as much sleep at night as I do in the day.
Sure. Right.
None.
I got you.
Are you at the point now where perhaps maybe you're starting to feel a little bit regretful of not going for one last term?
Wow.
I'm going to step out of the room for a second.
Sir, every day I have second guesses.
Okay. Every day.
I do. Every day.
Well, see, that's honest. I like that. You know,
we had a deputies meeting this past week, and the room was packed full of deputies.
Mm-hmm.
I purposely got there first and sat down on the front row, and nobody came sat by me.
Mm-hmm.
Did you bring biscuits?
Who's this guy?
Well, I just so it's lesser reported, but just so you know that while the sheriff is counting down 40 days, there's also a fellow that has a calendar on his wall with X's on it, and that's Ward Calhoun.
Right. Counting 40 days, right? Interesting.
Okay, 40
same
days,
timeline.
and he's gone. He's out the door. Okay.
39 more.
Okay, Check him out.
He came in the morning after the meeting and announcing to all the ladies in the office that he hadn't even taken office yet and has got an opponent in 4 years.
Oh, there you
Because
go.
I told the deputies there at the meeting that night that if they started messing up and didn't hold the ball as high as it's been held right now, that I would come back and beat Ward.
Oh man, that's about all Ward needed to hear because now there's no chance. You wouldn't have it.
Yeah, that's it.
Come on.
It wouldn't happen.
So has he come in and measured your office, kind of looking to where he's going to put his stuff? Or
Well, several people have already commented that the green couch that my wife and I purchased stays at the office.
Okay, all right.
Well, green,
So,
that is the
yeah,
sheriff's
okay.
colors, I guess. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, we.
Do you have a receipt showing that you purchased that, sir?
I'm sure somewhere we could find one.
Okay. Because right now, that's sitting in government property.
It is. It is.
And when we say personal effects, we usually mean like pictures of like granddaughters and things on the walls, that kind of thing. Sure. Anyhow, but no, Sheriff, thank you again for. We are going to offer you a contract going forward that we would allow you to continue to bring biscuits after the first of the year as a kind of a law enforcement consultant.
No, you got to put now. Well, you got to put money in the budget for that. We got to have a budget now for that.
Is that right?
Do we have a budget?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to tell
We
you
have
till
the
now.
swear jar. I know that. That's growing every day.
Well, I
but-
figured if his wife could buy a sofa for his office, he can buy biscuits on his own time. There. I
Just
mean,
trying to look out for him, you know.
I'm on a fixed income now.
That's right.
yeah, I know about that. What do you call your purrs?
Purrs.
The purrs.
Purrs.
It ain't.
Hers.
It ain't half bad.
Now
Anyway.
I'm still trying to work on my exit.
You're still trying to work on your.
You know,
exit.
I'm sure you've all
this
seen
is funny.
on Facebook the law enforcement officer, be it a state trooper or a local law enforcement
Mm-hmm.
officer, sitting in the car with the microphone saying that they are 10-6 or whatever.
Yep.
Very emotional. I just don't see me doing that.
Mm.
You know, I would prefer to be screaming over the radio that I'm involved in a chase or something like that.
Well, do that. Do that.
Maybe have the new sheriff at 12 midnight that night say disregard.
Okay.
Roger, you can speed by the
Speed by
you
and
know,
see what happens.
11:55 that night. Speed by and
You know, based on what I've observed around Meridian and Lauderdale County, I don't think you'll have any problem having any crimes going on at midnight that day.
I
should
understand.
be one or two. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
New Year's Eve?
Yeah. I don't think you're going to have any
Aren't
problem.
you going to be out of town anyway?
No, sir.
Oh,
We've
okay.
changed plans.
I got you. All right.
One listener saying you could be an advisory role like the former police chief. Is that a consideration?
Never know, sir.
Oh, okay. There you have it.
You know, technically, when I retire in end of December, I will be 7 months and 15 days shy of 50 years in this profession.
That is a long time, sir.
It is.
And it would be nice to kind of round it off with a
Round it off.
You know, how appropriate to have 5-0 being 5-0. How about that? Yes. Well, I mean, it's, you know, all for Billy Solly for police chief? Raise
No.
your hand.
That was quick. No.
He didn't even contemplate that. All right. Well, okay.
You tried.
Well, you know, you put it out there, see what happens.
That's
Well,
right.
You know, you run up the flagpole, Rob, you see who salutes it. All that
That's
kind of
right.
stuff. You know, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a moment because we do have to pay some bills as we go along the way, and we thank the people who make this show possible. I'm talking about the good folks up the road at...
Doc's Toyota, right up the road in
yes.
Philadelphia, Mississippi. Not far at all. All kinds of brand new Toyota inventory: Camrys, Tacomas, 4Runners, Tundras, Corollas, Highlanders. You name it. If Toyota makes it, they've got plenty of them. They also have a huge selection,
Large.
very large selection of pre-owned inventory, and all of that pre-owned inventory has been through the rigorous multi-point Toyota inspection process. So you know it's a good quality car. I tell you what, check them out online because all of their inventory is listed there. You can shop online now. So go to docstoyota.com for all that inventory. And if you want to just try out a vehicle, you can go rent one from them as well. So if you want to try a 4Runner, go rent it for a couple of days and make sure you love it. And when you do, go see them in Philadelphia because there is no deal like a Doc's deal.
Mornings in Meridian. So happy to have you out there. It just dawned on me, Sheriff, why you were so quick to say no to the police chief job.
Uh-oh.
Holding out, Rob, Charles, holding out for the next mayoral race.
Oh,
No.
There we go.
That was another quick no.
Not moving back in the
about it,
city.
guys?
Not moving back in the city.
Not moving back. All right, well.
No,
okay.
he's going to apply for the security detail for Stevie Nicks is what's going to happen.
I do that.
There we go. So,
I
see,
do
I,
that.
so I knew how to get a yes out of
You
him.
found the
Right.
job, Rob. Good on you there. I mean, I'm so stupid. I should have seen that one. It's like, man. It's Mornings in Meridian. Let's take a phone call. 601-485-9191. He wouldn't let anybody near her.
Nope. There's your other no.
Good morning, caller. How you doing?
What the supervisors, they ought to take a leave of absentee. Every one of them need to go. The reason this garbage fee thing went up is because of that new building down there. They
No.
know it as well as I do.
Now, who needs to go? Oh, he's okay.
I think he was saying that the garbage bill went up because of the new building.
Have y'all? Yeah.
Garbage? Oh no!
Yeah.
We thought we'd wait till
Yeah.
today.
It was a trashy Monday
it was.
yesterday.
Trashy
It was.
Monday. Just another
Garbage
trashy
show.
Monday. Oh. Well, it was a surprising increase in garbage, but I'm just not among those people that's upset about it. It's when it comes to them being able to pull up to my front step and get my garbage, I'm not going to tell the Board of Supervisors this, but I'd probably pay more for that. But that's just me.
I'm just going to start putting more garbage out now.
Yeah,
Getting my money's worth.
That's
you know.
right.
Yeah.
Overflowing the lid.
I'll show you.
We're going to go to a 3-can family.
Yeah.
3 cans.
We're a 3-can family.
Throw it out. Put the
That
couch
boy-
out there.
That boy said he's willing to pay more. Go
Yeah.
ahead and get him another can.
Well, I mean, that's it's not like it's $165 a month, is it?
No, it's annual.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Well, I think the
Annual.
increase was the concern. It went up
Yeah,
70%,
I
which
understand.
is kind of a big hike.
It is, but it probably will not go up for a while. I would anticipate.
Well, it
for
should
that.
go up incrementally every year as the
Yeah.
rates increase from
Yeah.
the garbage collection with gas prices, wages, everything like that. So it goes up $5 a year. You know,
Yeah.
that's palatable.
Yeah,
But $70 is kind of a big hit.
I remember the battle. I was here on the radio during the battle.
Oh, for it to actually have
yeah.
garbage collection.
They have
yeah.
the door-to-door versus the big green petri dish cat breeding.
Cat, yeah, we're always stray cats
Smelly,
there.
dirty green boxes.
And people just throw their trash. Oh, I missed.
Whoops.
It's okay.
Well, they're full. That's
Well, they
why
drive by and toss. Oh,
they're full.
darn it! 2 points, got it in.
601-485-9191. Good morning, caller.
Good
Hello.
morning. How are you gentlemen today?
Hey.
Doing very well. Thank you for calling.
Yeah,
You have any questions for?
yesterday you guys
Yeah, go ahead.
yesterday you guys started off the conversation, talking about the garbage collection fee, and so last night I went home and I started looking into it because I wanted to know what specifically the increase in cost was attributed to. And I found this document that was kind of interesting. Have any of you heard of a brownfield?
Brownfield?
Brownfield.
Brownfield.
Yeah.
Have any of us heard? I've not
I'm
heard
not
of a
sure,
brown
no.
field.
No.
No. That's looks like a cornfield after the harvest. That's kind of brown. That's all I know about.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's really interesting, when you kind of, I don't know, for me, when I was listening to all the discussions about the courthouse and the CTE center and how did they choose the buildings? Why did they choose those specific sites? I mean, did anybody else have those kinds of questions other than me?
I think several people with the CTE building had asked about that, but as far as the government complex, I don't think that's really been.
Well, I think
raised.
it was just the
Yeah.
mall, but I know that was a brown site. Is that what you're referring to? Kind of one that's environmentally at risk?
Yeah, like a brownfield,
Uh-huh.
the EPA defines it as a property, the expansion, redevelopment, or reuse of which may be complicated by the presence or potential presence of a hazardous substance, pollutant, or contaminant.
There you go, reading again.
Yeah, I know,
Well,
right?
you read it
Oh,
very well,
man.
though. Yeah.
That's good. That was well read, by the way.
Yeah. So when you read that, right, there's this list that MDEQ has of brownfield sites, and when you look at Meridian, there's multiple sites. The site of the new municipal
Meridian is a
complex.
brownfield site, isn't it?
Yeah, there are several.
Yeah.
But also there are 3 PV buildings that are on that list as well. And when you look at this document, I don't know, do y'all have a computer
Yeah, right here.
available or
Yeah.
your cell phone?
Yeah.
What's a computer, y'all?
If you type in Lauderdale County MS Brownfield and you search it, it should be the second document that pops up. It should look like a PDF. Do you see in the search results anything like that?
I just did a search, and the first thing was Lauderdale County Hazardous Waste Brownfield Sites. It's homefax.com.
This one should be United States Environmental. I think it's like an EPA.
I see it now.
It's
Yeah.
on the EPA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it
If
now.
you click on that document, okay,
Okay, I'm at it.
and you start looking at it, you will be floored that the Sawashi Creek Walking Trail is on there.
I see.
Center.
Yeah, I'm just going to read them
is
off
on
here. It says Sawashi Creek Dump Site, 18th Avenue and Grand Avenue, Soleil Steam Feed Works, 4th Street, St. Louis Junk Company, A Street, and Ingalls Salvage, the former right here on Dale Drive in Marion, is on that. That's the address of the priority sites, and there's three target sites as well on
There's
here.
plenty of us that remember back in the day when we had the big, before the Sawashi was re-engineered, we had the big flood that dug up the debris from that landfill that was there by 22nd Avenue and kind of strewn it up and down the Sawashi. And I think Mayor Kemp went to work on that. Do you remember that, Billy Solly?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, that was the mall, the Village Fair Mall was built on top of that site. And then subsequently, of course, the government complex is on top of that site as well.
Yeah, and I guess, when I have...
But what is the point about this? What are you trying to say about all this?
Well, the thing that I guess what I'm concerned about is we elect officials to represent us, correct?
Yes.
So if they're representing us
Yeah.
and they're making decisions based on Environmental Protection Agency initiatives or NDEQ initiatives,
Mm-hmm.
and they're basically using taxpayer funds to do this, that needs to be very clear. None of us should have a question of what a brownfield is.
Now, this was,
should have explained it.
if I do remember, this was discussed quite extensively when they were talking about buying the land. Because I remember
There were a lot of
Community
heated meetings at the
discussion.
Board of Supervisors with citizens from the county coming in, expressing the same things that the caller's calling today. There were many heated meetings,
And were they
public
the 9
meetings.
o'clock meetings? The 9 o'clock meetings where working taxpayers could never attend?
I'm not sure if it was a
probably,
9 o'clock or a 5 o'clock meeting.
But it was also discussed on this
Okay.
show where you're listening today. I mean, we did talk about some of those discussions here as well.
Okay, well, I have one more thing that I want to ask if you've heard of, the Brownfield Advisory Committee.
On a local basis, or is that state or national? How's that federal?
Yes, on page 15 of 17 in this PDF, it says community involvement. A key component to success of the grant is the role the Brownfield Advisory Committee plays. Made up of our staff and community stakeholders, the BAC serves as the eyes, ears, and voice for the community. I've never heard of this committee. I don't know anyone on this committee. If they're the eyes, ears, and voice of me, I should know who they are. If you guys know where I can find the information of when they hold their meetings,
Mm-hmm.
I would really appreciate it. If any callers
Yeah,
can
that's a
call
good
in
question.
and tell me when they have their meetings.
Yeah, good
Because
question.
This, and when you have the EMBDC, Bill Hanna, right under it in this table, under this Brownfield Advisory Committee Board, there's a list of individuals, him being one of them.
Yeah,
And knowing that the buildings that have been purchased, the sites that have been used, it's kind of like whether or not something improper is going on here, it gives the appearance of it, in my opinion.
Mm. Well, the other
the folks that are on that, what she mentioned, Bill Hanna on that list, City of Meridian, David Hodge, Public Works Director, is on that list. Greg Hatcher with the Mississippi Industrial Heritage Museum, Ed Lynch, the CEO of Weisler School Foundation, and Larry Gill, the mayor, town of Marion. Mm. So are on that list that she is referencing on this PDF.
Mm. Okay. Very good.
Right, and if there's people that are making decisions or they're influencing the decision makers, I would like to know who they are, because I want Meridian to be strong. I think it's good to develop our economy. I don't, however, think that there should be any relationships or discussions that the taxpayers aren't aware of or don't have the whole picture about.
All right. Well, I appreciate your comments this morning. That's some good information coming our way.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right. Mornings in Meridian. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more. Sheriff's in the house. If you have any questions for Sheriff Solly, this is kind of like the next to last time you can ask him. Are you coming in December? Or is that going to work out?
What day is it?
Well, it's Tuesday.
The third Tuesday. Why don't we go with that?
Yeah, that's the way it's always been.
Something new.
That'd be the 19th, it looks like.
Should
If you see a fellow fitting the description of Sheriff Solly one day sitting along the banks of the Siawashi playing his harmonica,
Oh, gosh.
you know he's got the retired sheriff blues. 40 days and 40 nights.
16 hours.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, I got to amend the
Add that
song
in,
here a little
right?
bit
Yeah.
here. Well, Sheriff, of course, speeding toward the end of your tenure as Lauderdale County Sheriff. And, of course, you've counting them down. You're paying closer attention than anybody else, I can tell you that.
Oh, no, sir. I can't go to Walmart or anywhere else without somebody stopping and talking about it.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Well, then I guess you're going to stop going to Walmart, I guess.
I went there the other day to
anywhere
get
else.
one item, and 45 minutes later, I walked out.
All right.
Well, I'm guessing that that's usually a favorable thing because
is.
people would not approach you if they were glad you were going.
Well,
Then I mean, has anybody come up and said to you, you know, I didn't like you and I'm glad you're going? I mean, has that happened?
not yet.
Okay, not yet.
Like a
You got 40 days and 40 nights. You can get that in there. Sheriff Solly in the house. We're always glad to have you here and answer any questions that people have about law enforcement in Lauderdale County, Mississippi. You can call us at 601-485-9191. But let's talk about, some good folks that help make this show possible.
Right, kind of folks like Southern Business Supply. You know, Southern Business Supply is our local office supply, which is fantastic because you can go down there and just purchase all that you need right there for 5685 Dale Drive. Or the way that I do it is you go online, southernbusinesssupply.com, and order, and it is delivered the next day.
Beautiful.
You need paper or paper clips, staples, any other office supplies, janitorial supplies, break room, staplers, right? Break room supplies, anything like that. You just go online, southernbusinesssupply.com, order it. It's there the next day. Of course, they also have a full line of office furniture for your actual office or your home office. And they even have an in-house decorator on staff to help with all your decorating needs. Give them a call today, 601-485-2447. Go see them at 5685 Dale Drive, or the easiest way, like I said, southernbusinesssupply.com. It's that easy.
It is that easy. Go see our good friends down there. And let's take a phone call here at Mornings in Meridian. Good morning. Welcome to our show.
No, I was just calling just to say hello to y'all and just say I'm ready for that big game on Thursday night. I believe Ole Miss is going to beat Mississippi State. That's all I wanted to say. What y'all think?
Well, I don't think we can take bets here on the air, can we? Can we take bets on the air?
No, I'm not taking no bets. I'm just saying.
No, I know. I just... Oh, man. So you're saying Ole Miss has got this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When's Ole Miss going to play Southern Miss in football?
We're not.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. I'll talk to y'all later.
Hey, good call. Good call.
Yeah. Not really going out on a limb there. I'm
about to say the two rivalry games are going to be
Iron Bowl's going to be.
they're both going to be slam dunks this year.
Going to be the Aluminum Bowl. Yeah.
Nothing to be proud about.
No, not really. So,
Y'all think Auburn's going to bounce back
no.
against Alabama?
No, sir. Not against that team.
So
It's like I was telling someone yesterday. I said, "What does it all matter? The best team is over in the Peach State right
Exactly.
now." Yep, they're pretty darn good.
Between the hedges. That's where they are.
Georgia's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
they
may
Vols
have-
were starting to give them a little challenge this weekend.
Georgia may have the best player that nobody talks about because every time the Heisman Trophy is talked about, it's always a quarterback.
Right.
The Bowers kid, the tight end at Georgia, he may be the best player in the country that nobody talks about. So he's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
They see. It's good to talk to people who know and pay attention to these things.
Undervalued.
Mm-hmm. So, Sheriff, for a long time here on the show, we know you're a Southern Miss fan. What do we need to do to the football program down there?
Sir, I don't have a clue.
I mean, this is the place that gave us Brett Favre of all things.
Sammy Winder.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of great players. Some guy that could kick a ball pretty good, too.
Yep.
Yeah. Ray Guy was pretty good.
Yep.
So we just
Jeff Bauer needs to come
Yeah, bring him back. That's the worst thing ever happened. It is.
When
yeah,
they got rid of him, that's when the
100%.
thing went downhill.
Yeah.
All weekend long, my wife's been saying the same thing.
Where's Jeff Bauer at?
That's it. Get Jeff Bauer back. Oh, man. Well, it's interesting on the and here it is, football season winding up already.
Baseball will be here soon enough.
Man,
We got basketball, so
Southern Miss can whip you in baseball.
That's right.
well, we were kind of hoping they were going to complete the trifecta last season, but didn't quite happen.
Didn't quite happen. We came a little short.
Yeah. Well, it's Mornings in Meridian. We want you to be part of the show, so by all means, give us a call here at 601-485-9191. Sheriff, tell us what's going on in the law enforcement world that we maybe don't know about.
We need a pilot. Actually, we got some pilots.
Pilots.
You need pilots.
Mm-hmm.
You need pilots. I didn't know you had an aircraft.
Well, this past month, Odie Barrett with Lima acquired some drones and is giving one to the Sheriff's Department for us to utilize in our law enforcement endeavors. It is a truly exceptional machine.
Pilots call those toys. Sheriff.
I bet we can bring your plane down.
Probably could.
okay.
I bet you can do some time in parchment.
Actually, I think that'd be a federal crime.
Oh, okay. Well, wait a minute. I don't want you going to federal jail. I want you going to state jail. Don't want you at one of them federal condos.
Right.
Oh, man.
Now, we're excited about that opportunity because we will utilize it. Last month, we were able to take a individual who is a suspect in a double homicide out of Scott County, only because one of our deputies, one of our investigators, had a personal drone. Mm-hmm. We were able to fly over a certain area of the county and found the victim's car hidden in the woods. This is another piece of technology that we didn't have when I got started way back in the day.
They're very handy, I have to admit. I mean, but they use them in this industry here. They used to climb radio towers to inspect certain aspects of the tower. Now it's just a matter of a drone flight up and down, and back you go.
And again, last month, our federal and state partners went with us to execute some search warrants out in the county. One of the houses, the residents wouldn't come outside, so they utilized their door knocker to open the door.
Mm-hmm.
It's a large personnel carrier with a ram on the front of it. Once the door was securely opened, they took a drone and flew it inside the house and found the occupants inside the house.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah, we're truly excited about this latest piece of technology that's been provided to the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department.
Well, you're not going to get to use it.
No, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you reminding me.
We can get him one of those little ones for Christmas.
However, we did discuss last week at the deputies meeting that I have had a lot of fun, a lot of success with our flock camera system that is throughout the Lauderdale County, notifying us of stolen vehicles or wanted persons, and I'm able to get there before anybody else and get involved in the pursuit.
Mm-hmm.
I suggested to the deputies, I know that they were all going to be talking about a retirement gift for me. I said it wasn't the particular color I would have liked, but I would take that brand new blue Corvette off of Nelson Hall's floor and have Flock 1 put on the side of the vehicle.
Wow.
To quickly respond as a part-time deputy to stolen vehicles and wanted persons in that bright blue Corvette.
Well, there you go. The man has a plan. That'd be fun. Now, I'm glad you mentioned the cameras because there was a discussion, is it last week, about the cameras being purchased, that maybe businesses could purchase cameras and then activate with a one-time
it was at the work session with the city.
A one-time fee.
Yeah. Rob, fill him in on that one. See if he has any.
They had a meeting last week, the city council did, about some new camera system that the city of Jackson has, similar to what you guys have, too, with tag readers and whatnot. And they were looking to, well, they're not purchasing yet. They're just kind of going through the exploratory process of, what was it, $250 per business and a one-time fee.
And the one-time fee.
And the one-time fee, whatever this is. But so what does the county have that's similar to this?
We have, I think it's 17 cameras, what we believe strategically placed around Lauderdale County on major thoroughfares that are tag readers that are connected to the National Crime Information Center's database, so that if another law enforcement agency or if we have placed this vehicle as a wanted vehicle or the suspect operating the vehicle as a wanted person and we have the tag number, it will notify us through our cell phones the location that's just come by a camera. and then we do our best to get in the area and try to locate the vehicle visually. So.
Now, to my knowledge, of course, you haven't asked local businesses if they want to avail themselves of this technology.
Well, again, these are cameras that are mounted on poles. And of course, they're powered through solar panels, and it's, again, connected through cellular connections to us.
Yeah.
So, again, it's about $2,500 per camera. I think they're fixing to go up to $3,000. We have two
garbage fees. Sorry.
We have two subdivisions in Lauderdale County that have used their homeowners association to purchase these cameras, and they are located at the entrance to their subdivision. So, if someone comes into that subdivision, law enforcement knows who it was. If they're involved in criminal behavior, we're able to go back and view the camera during the time period of criminal behavior and identify the individuals.
Yeah, because it sounded like to me, guys, when we read the story last week, these cameras have something to do with AI. AI keeps being tossed around a lot, and there's something to do with these specialty cameras that's able to read a suspect's clothing and other things like this. So technology is really just this AI stuff is just blowing my mind.
It is. I think it's extraordinary. But so you've got 17 in the county, none in the city limits?
Cities inside the county, sir.
Well, okay, but are there any in the city limits?
Yes.
Because,
doing that.
Which leads to my next question, because there are cameras all over the city.
Right.
And so what is the current function of those cameras, I think would be the question. And can they be integrated into this AI or used for a similar purpose? I mean, if we've already got some up, then why are we kind of redoing it all, kind of reinventing the wheel?
Well,
and I know technology increases.
Sure.
But,
each company has their own technology. Like I say, flock camera system, they're going nationwide. We chose that because we don't have that many businesses in the county. We have more residential locations in the county, so we want to utilize our camera system to identify those individuals. As we all know, bad guys travel by vehicle. So our camera system is designed for that.
Not the bicycle bandit.
or the naked guy.
The naked guy.
He doesn't travel by vehicle. But so why doesn't the city embrace the same company or technology or system that the county is using, work together and kind of create a comprehensive policing strategy?
Every camera system has its sole reason for existing. Many of the cameras the city has is to try to identify who's involved in a crime, such as if you had a shooting or you had a robbery and you had a description of the vehicle. You could go into their camera system and look for that correlation of eyewitness information and tie it to a camera. To give you an example of what our camera system did, last year we had a burglary in the county. The homeowner had a security camera system, captured a picture of the suspect and captured a picture of his vehicle in the background. Through a software program that we have, we were able to identify the car, the make and the model of the car. We went into our data system on our flock camera system and said, look for all make, model, color of this particular vehicle. And it hit on about 7, 8 vehicles. Only one of them had the decal on the rear window that our suspect vehicle had. We were then able to utilize our flock camera system to get the tag number off of that vehicle. It was a switch tag. The bad guy had switched tags. That tag did not belong to that car. But we put that tag number into our data system on our hot list. When that car came by one of our cameras in the south part of the county, it goes ping, it just came by. Deputies swarmed the area, took the guy into custody as he's throwing stolen guns out the window of the car.
Nice.
Yeah, the camera system that was presented last week, it's called Fusus RTCC, and one of the representatives said that real-time alerts, crime mapping capabilities, case management. He said they're able to run the suspect's color of clothing, their vehicle license plate tags, like you were mentioning, to help give them data to the policeman to solve the crime much faster in the traditional way. So AI is matched up in that and similar technology there too. But it's called Fusus RTCC is the name of the camera system with this company. So
Have you heard of that camera system?
I have not. No, sir.
Yeah, something new. So, like I said, AI.
Well, a camera might be able to determine exactly how an accident happened and how your car got bent up, but that won't matter so much to Premier Paint and Body Shop because no matter how it happened, they know what to do to restore your vehicle like new at Premier Paint and Body.
That's right. No job is too small or too large at Premier Paint and Body. Of course, they've been providing the best auto body work and quality paint jobs for over 30 years, and they have over 100 years combined experience among that hard-working, dedicated staff. Danny Shelton leads the crew. Years of experience. He really knows what he's doing. They'll give you a free estimate. They'll work with your insurance company, and all of their work, of course, has a lifetime warranty. Whether it's a ding, a dent, a scratch, or something a little bigger, they will be happy to repair your automobile. Go see them right next to Johnson Dodge on Highway 39 North. Open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, and their number is easy to remember, but you ought to write it down anyway. 601-482-PAINT.
Yes.
That's 601-482-PAINT. Premier Paint and Body. They are the premier paint and body shop in town.
All right, Premier Paint and Body Shop. We're visiting with Sheriff 40 Days Left Solly.
And nights.
By the way, Mick Jagger does a version also.
Okay.
That's next.
We're gonna take a break and come back. If you have any questions for the sheriff, call him at 601-485-9191. Yeah, you can talk to me, or you can talk to the sheriff, or you just can't talk to Stevie Nicks because she's not here, but we're playing her.
Sir, that's your new theme song.
Is that it?
You can talk to me. Talk radio, talk to me.
There you go.
There you
There you
go.
go.
I knew something good was going to come from today.
You know, I'm sitting here wondering. I wonder which rock star did Ward Calhoun worship. We may have to play that one.
We're going to have to find all that out, right?
Yeah, we got to learn. We got to learn
Need to
about
know.
that.
Well, listen, Roger. As I texted you the other day, I've got an idea.
Sure.
There's a lot of maturity in this room. Male maturism.
Okay.
We're old. We're not very mature, though.
Chronologically gifted. Chronological gifted.
I'm sure each one of us in this room and your listeners, I'm sure, can probably call in and give us life experiences they've had. I had one of those this weekend, and it just dawned on me that I'm sure each of you have very similar situations. I'm outside this weekend washing my vehicle, and I'm all involved in making it look really, really nice. And Thanksgiving is coming up, and the wife and I had discussed the need to take the turkey out of the freezer and put it in the refrigerator so it could thaw out. In the course of washing my vehicle, my wife walks outside, walks up to me, and actually startles me because I had my headphones on because I was into making my truck look real nice. And I take the headphones off, and she looks at me, and she says, we need to move the boat so we can get the turkey out of the freezer.
Move the boat so you can get the turkey out of the freezer.
Now, most young men would have said, okay, I'll get to it. Us older veteran males stopped what we were doing.
Of course.
And went and took care of her needs.
That's exactly right. And you did well.
See, maturity.
You moved the boat.
I would have done I would have figured out a way to not move the boat and get that turkey out. I mean, I would have weaseled in there, and I can do it. I don't need to move the boat. Take me about 3 hours, but I get it done. See, told you didn't have to move the boat.
Didn't have to move the boat.
And I just know your listeners and the people in this room probably have had other experiences that the young people would have said, "What is she talking about?" I knew exactly what she meant. Stop what you're doing and take care of this for me.
Well, I hope she does not say, whenever you look up on your roof and you need a new roof on your home, I hope she doesn't say, get up there and put a new roof on your home.
Wow.
We don't want you up there doing that. We suggest you call Doug Martin Jr., let him come and let him get on the roof and do a measurement for you.
Or Doug Martin Sr. 601-485-5920. Been doing roofing right for over 30 years. You see there's signs all over.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to make a corner joke about that. Well, I guess we could.
I think you just did.
Okay. Locally owned and operated, licensed in the state of Mississippi. They take pride in standing behind their work from start through cleanup. And I mean cleanup. It's like they were never there, except for you've got a brand new roof and it don't leak. Call them today for a free estimate. They'll come inspect your roof for damage as well. 601-485-5920. Of course, they're a member of the Better Business Bureau as well. Just good folks over there at Martin Roofing.
How'd you know that happened to me?
just kind of guessing.
A little tornado come through Collinsville many years ago.
Yeah.
Took some shingles off my roof. I said, I can do this.
Yeah.
After sweating about 5 pounds off that and within 10 minutes, I come down and called Doug Martin and said, Doug,
Come on.
I want to watch.
Come over here and see this. That's it. Mornings in Meridian. We got a caller on the line. Good morning. You have a comment for the sheriff.
I do. I was just going to let him know that he is not the only one. I have been to 4 stores this morning hunting for a frozen tube of cream corn.
A frozen tube of cream corn.
Yes. And you know why?
Because she said so.
Yes.
See, that
Take it out of the freezer.
That maturity is coming out. Right. See, all that knowledge and maturity is coming out.
I'm learning. I didn't know that cream corn came in tubes.
I didn't know that either. A tube, like a toothpaste.
Oh, yes.
You squeeze it out.
Oh, it is. It's wonderful.
Okay.
It is good.
Well, when you find it, let us know where it is.
I found it. It's at the, what is it, Vowels down there? They're the only place in town that has it.
Does that be Cash Savers?
Yeah, cash.
Oh, on Frontage Road? Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Now,
See, most young men would have said, you go get your own corn.
Wow.
He probably stopped what he was
That's why
doing.
the divorce rate is so high amongst the young people.
I did. I just now got to work hunting corn.
Hunting corn, right? Well, it's hunting season, so.
well, when I was all right, a lot of us have at least one time in our life told our wife we'll do it when we get good and ready.
Oh.
One time.
Yeah, it only took once.
And from then on, we were always good and ready. Oh, let's join Fox News in progress. We'll be back with the sheriff. Get your questions and comments. We'll be back.
So a lot of talk
What we're doing here at Mornings in Meridian, we're taking care of business, as we've been doing for every morning. And I'm coming in at least almost every morning. Well, okay, once in a while. Mornings in Meridian, Roger along with, here he is wearing his Lamar basketball shirt. Here is the man. You've heard him out there many, many times at Lamar School. Say hi to Rob Atkinson.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good to see you, sir.
How are you?
You were working up in Starkville this weekend, weren't you?
I was.
What do you do up there?
I do a little bit of everything.
Goodness me.
They say go here, I go there.
You're just a sports voice all over the place.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Okay. Well, it's working. Here's a man who reaches his goals.
That's right.
And here is somebody who reached his goal, too. He was hoping for a career where his wife would run a restaurant and he could just sit in his office and watch. Say hi to Charles Frazier.
And that's all I do. Yes. Success.
Living the dream.
Living the dream. Speaking of living the dream, 40 days left of the dream of being the Chief Law Enforcement Officer of Lauderdale County with Sheriff Billy Solly here with us today. Welcome, sir.
Glad to be here, sir.
What little bit I remember of your mom,
Yes, sir.
I just know she'd be very proud of you.
Well, thank you, sir. I was very proud of her and my father.
Yep. Good. You had good upbringing.
I did.
You did have good upbringing. 601-485-9191's our talk line. We've got a caller on the line. Let's go there right now. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
Hey,
Morning.
Doing great. Waiting for some words of wisdom.
Well, got my tax bills in the mail yesterday.
Oh,
The
yeah.
day before the garbage bill came in, it's 68% higher than it was the year before. I wonder if those had arrived in the mailbox prior to the election, how many of these supervisors we would have. It just crossed my mind.
You know, it's amazing how things get timed out. Isn't that true?
It is. It is. Listen, I think people need to be informed of these things prior to these things happening. Probably be some pushback, at least a little pushback.
Well, have we ever had?
People
Yeah, I was just thinking, have we ever had a garbage increase? I'm just trying to remember.
Well, they said in the article we read yesterday, this $100 has been in place since 2012. So they have not had any kind of a rate increase until now. So
I did not read the article. When did the article say when the contract was renewed?
did not mention that language in the article we referenced yesterday.
Okay, because I was under the impression of the understanding that those contracts are, and the sheriff may know this, I don't know. They're I think they're bidded off. Is it 3 years or 5 years?
Each contract is different.
Yeah. I some reason 3 years sticks in my mind, but that could be incorrect.
So you can
I
can
suspect it's three.
since that was 11 years ago, you can just look at it as kind of a 6% a year increase.
Well, I know, but I understand that. But listen, the contract, if I'm not mistaken, was either done last year or the year before. So
I don't know. Yeah.
when you redo the contract, which is on bid, that would be the appropriate time for an increase because they have variances in those contracts of increases with fuel and different things, but the overall cost should be close to, the same.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the increase should come when it renewals up. The biggest portion of the increase is what I'm saying. It wouldn't be 68% at one lick is what I'm getting at.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's, I'm very smart, but that's a darn near double at one whack, That's, and I know that's a small amount, but think countywide how much money that actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Every resident or every household and business has to pay. And I also mentioned the tax bills coming out yesterday.
Yeah.
I did not, and I looked at mine pretty good. I didn't see a decrease one. I seen increases pretty much across the board.
But none of them went down?
None of them went down. It's America. I just don't understand that.
Well,
But anyway, guys, Sheriff, I sure wish you a great retirement.
Thank you, sir.
I hope you enjoy doing all the things. I'm sure you're going to start going on those cruises that the ladies go on. So you're going to be a chaperone?
A luggage toter.
Luggage toter, okay. Well, hey, probably get tipped pretty good,
Right.
wow, chief law enforcement officer becomes a mule.
Well, anyway, guys, listening in.
Hey, appreciate you being out there. 601-485-9191 is the talk line. Good morning. You want to have a question for the sheriff?
No, sir. I have a statement to make for community college football.
Oh.
Well,
Go ahead. Go ahead and tell us who you work for.
Yeah. Full disclosure. There you go.
I work for Alra Disposal Service Incorporated, the premier solid waste hauler in the East Central Mississippi area.
That's what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Proud of it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for what you do for us.
Well, thank you, sir.
And
thank you for what you do for us. What I called to tell you, in case you didn't know, on a high note for me, EMCC was selected yesterday to participate as one of the 4 teams in the national championship hunt. We will go to Hutchinson, Kansas, a week from Saturday to play.
Ooh, Hutchinson.
Been there, done that.
Yes.
That's in the middle of the country.
Yes, you have to fly into Wichita, I think, about an hour away. They don't have an airport to accommodate what I hope to be on, but that's good. We play the number 1 team in the country. Number 2 and number 3 will play, and the 2 winners will play 2 weeks later in Little Rock, Arkansas for the national championship. So I have to brag. I have to say I'm proud. As the big boys say, the selection committee announced yesterday afternoon.
Oh, so they're in
we're
the hunt.
proud of that. Got a shot at another national title.
I'll tell you what. And, of course, let's remind people the we we're talking about.
We, EMCC, East Mississippi Community College Lions.
The Lions.
The Lions.
Yeah.
And we're playing the Blue Dragons or something.
Oh.
Okay. Well, it's got some blue dragons. I don't know. I've not seen many dragons of any color, but okay.
Me either. But these are blue. We hope they're bluer when the game's over.
I don't think a dragon's much match for a lion.
Don't know. They're undefeated. But you never know. The selection committee I did not see it. A friend of mine did. Normally on Sunday afternoons they select the top 20 community college teams and rank them. It comes out on Tuesday throughout the season. The guy said normally it takes them about 15 minutes to announce the rankings. He said Sunday afternoon took an hour and a half because we were in a battle with Snow College, which is somewhere close to Provo, Utah. And they went to strength of schedule because I can assure anybody, I'm convinced there's not another conference in the national NJCAA that is competitive as Mississippi is. They're not there.
Speaking, the East Mississippi Community College Lions they've been famous for quite some time, and I'm just wondering how that's affected drawing players from around different parts of the South or different parts of the country. Can you answer that?
Yeah, certainly. They had a tremendous impact. Everybody wants to play for a winner.
Yeah.
If you're competing for conference championships, division championships, and national championships, fairly often that's where quality athletes want to go. And it's, I'm not saying that Coach Stevens and the other staff don't work at recruiting because they work really hard, but it makes that task somewhat easier because people are contacting you instead of you contacting people. That's my observation. And one stat I heard, I don't know, over the weekend, I didn't realize this myself. EMCC has been in 9 championship games and has never lost a championship game. I'm not talking about national. I'm talking about conference, division, national. They've never lost one.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that record stays intact. But
hey,
I just want to let y'all know because not much time, a week from Saturday, be in Hutch.
Best of luck to you guys.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
all right,
Luck, your skill, taking advantage of opportunity.
be safe for traveling.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Jimmy checking in with a great reminder that we have a great junior college football team up the road here.
I've been to Hutchinson before. It is in the middle of nowhere.
Pretty cold this time of year.
It is in the middle of nowhere.
You land there, you can smell cow manure, can't you?
A little bit.
That's right.
Kind of like Starkville.
Back on the farm.
Smells like home.
Back on the farm. There it is. All right. Well, there you go. Hutchinson, Kansas. Good luck for the East Mississippi Community College Lions. That'd be good. All right. Well, Sheriff, we're rocking along here this morning, and I don't know. We want to know just kind of from your perspective, law enforcement. How are we doing around Lauderdale County in Mississippi?
You know, unfortunately, it's difficult times for law enforcement, attracting individuals to come into our profession. We received notification just yesterday that one of our deputies, one of our prominent go-getters, is going to be leaving us, going to work full-time at the Guard, making a whole lot more money.
Explains why they'd be leaving.
Yep. So it's tough times. We had one individual that went to the academy. We hired him. He went to the academy and had the opportunity to listen to the deputy from Madison County who was shot in the ambush a couple of years ago tell his life story. That individual came back home and said, you know what? I'm not sure I'm made out for law enforcement. We had 4 individuals that were scheduled to report on Monday to start their orientation. Only 3 of them showed up. So it's tough times trying to attract individuals that are willing to stay in law enforcement and rise to the ranks.
Is there any changing? Are there any personnel that are leaving simply because the administration is changing?
I don't think so. You know, John Calhoun, who was the major of the patrol division, he had to leave. But with Ward taking over the reins January the 1st, John, who is Ward's brother, could not work for him. It's a state law called nepotism. Even though John had worked for me for 25 years, and Ward is just stepping into the sheriff's role under state law, John couldn't work for him, so he left. Fortunately, he was able to find a position with the state Mississippi Bureau of Investigations as an investigator, so he will stay in law enforcement.
And say it with me, fellas, making a whole lot more money. All right.
Well, actually, he's making less money because he was a major. He was a major and has gone back to the title of investigator.
Oh, busted. Okay.
But again, he'll maintain his state retirement package and have health insurance and so forth. Another one of our deputies, Carl Clark, she was another one of those that saw the opportunity to go with the lateral transfer from Mississippi Bureau of Investigations. So that's 2 veteran officers we lost there. That you know, it's going to be difficult to fill their voids.
You ready for me yet?
No.
No. Another quick no.
All right. I've been making this offer for years, and
You know, and next year is going to be a difficult year because we've got a number of our employees, our law enforcement personnel, they're in the Guard, and they're going to be activated next year for 6-month deployments and so forth. So it's going to be a difficult year for the new administration. I wish them the best.
yeah, and you'll be wishing him the best and thinking of him when you're out there on calling those suitcases to those cruise ships.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got you. Sitting in these exotic places. Would you like to ask the sheriff a question? You can do that by calling 601-485-9191. But there's another number we want you to have because when it comes to insurance, you just like a good neighbor. State Farm is there, and if good neighbors had better neighbors, Jeffrey Wilson would definitely be one of them.
That's right. He's a good neighbor and a better neighbor. 601-483-8253. And here's the deal. When you combine State Farm, home, and auto insurance, you can save an average of $889. Not too shabby. And, of course, Jeffrey Wilson is ready to help you combine your home and auto insurance right here in Meridian. Call him today, 601-483-8253. And you really want an agent that you know, because when you have an issue, you call him directly and say, hey, this is what's going on. He can help you through and navigate all of those turbulent waters of insurance claims and so on. But also, you meet with him once a year. You reassess your insurance needs. I mean, he will talk with you about your auto, home, personal liability umbrellas, boat, vacation homes, condos, and also provide business insurance, life, health, and financial services. He does it all. Go see him. Jeffrey Wilson up there, 2401 Highway 39 North, right next to the AT&T building, 601-483-8253.
It's Mornings in Meridian. I got a caller on the line. Good morning. You have a question for Sheriff William Solly.
Hey, y'all, it's Paul.
Hey, Paul. Good morning.
I don't really have a question for the sheriff. I do have a thank you for all he's done for our area, so we appreciate that. And, just think in the next 40 days he can pretend like he's Noah.
Noah?
Just 40 more days and he's off the boat.
Yeah.
40 more days to
Or maybe
do
Yeah,
something.
on the boat.
Well, actually, no.
on the cruise ship is
Getting
what
on
it
the
is.
boat.
Yeah.
Noah was on the boat an extra year, so it doesn't look like you're going anywhere, Sheriff.
Load the animals up.
But
Well,
It's like-
hopefully he's trained everybody up right, and we'll be in good hands. I think we will be. So,
Well, thanks,
not
Paul.
saying we wouldn't, not saying we won't miss you, but
well, here's my theory, Paul. You just heard him give a great list of all the reasons why Ward is going to be shorthanded next year. Deployments of guard members. You have a couple of them that one that had to leave, and a couple that have chosen to leave. I just look for the sheriff to be not long after he's gone to be put back in green.
Never
I
know.
give him 6 months, and then he'll be a consultant. That's how the government thing works. And you retire.
I don't think
come back in as a
I don't
paid
think he wants to
consultant.
consult. I think he wants to chase bad guys really, really fast.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
me?
fun too.
So,
So,
what-
so I don't want to switch gears and give you guys a whiplash, but I had something I want to give y'all something to chew on
please.
about the garbage issue. I
Oh,
told,
do I have to chew on garbage?
let's
I
not
don't
do
want to
that.
do that.
No. I mentioned yesterday on the Facebook thing that Natchez area and the Adams County area was going up 2.5 times their normal rate. They were
Ooh.
$15 a month. They're going to $35 a month.
Mhm.
But I did the math on that, and that works out. It was $185 a month before. It's now going to be $420 a year.
Yeah.
$185 a year going to $420 a year.
Mhm.
I guess I'm just saying Lauderdale County should be glad they're not in Adams County.
I'm glad I'm not in Adams
But
County.
I called them.
Yeah.
I called them and asked them what predicated that. They said, well, the landfill cost went up and the gas prices went up. So I guess Bidenomics is working, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Well researched, by the way.
You know, for $500 a year, they better come to my house and take the garbage out and bring it down to the end of the driveway too.
Like
You
literally
know?
go.
I mean, yeah.
Like
come in the
literally
kitchen and
walk in
take
your
the
house,
garbage.
yeah.
Right, call them and say, hey, garbage needs to go out to the
Yeah, really.
That's
well, I'm
the
just
kind of
telling
service
you,
I'd expect.
Now, I only know this because my parents have land down in the sticks, and you have to drive it to the end of the gravel road in order to get it picked up. So
Yeah.
they're not going to come to your house, although that'd be nice. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I'll leave something out, and they just come around and pick everything up every night like elves. That would be awesome.
Exactly. Garbage elves.
No, it's and
anyway.
that's why I started the show myself, talking about it's it's a large increase, but they haven't had one for what was it, 11 years now.
Yeah.
And of course, to have my garbage picked up at the end of my driveway like that once a week, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
And that's fine, but the issue is, why not increase it 5% every year? You know, and if they'd done that, then you would be where
Charles,
we need to be.
if you do that, you can't run on the "we haven't raised your taxes in." If you
Is that a tax?
Yeah, that's
if you
Is the garbage fee a tax,
if you incrementally raise taxes to cover the true cost year after year after year after year, you can't run on the platform "we haven't raised your taxes." But if we wait and wait and wait and wait till we almost are in the red and raise taxes, then you hope that the voting public has a short memory.
Well, as long as you announce it after Election Day.
Yeah, or put it on page 3 right around elections.
Well, that was the other thing that was interesting. When I asked them, they said they've been looking at this increase since March of last year. I found it interesting that it didn't go into effect until after the election.
There you
After that,
go.
Sort of laughed.
There you go.
Everybody got their bill in the mail well after Election Day.
Yep.
I think
So anyway,
I
that's
think
just
y'all
some
figured
fun
out
stuff
how
to chew on.
y'all figured out how this works, hadn't you? Oh, mercy. Good stuff to chew on, and Paul, always good to hear from you, and I hope you had a good
Yeah.
show last night.
We had a great show last night.
Yeah.
It was our Thanksgiving show.
Oh man, always good to give thanks.
All right, brothers, y'all have a good one. Thank you,
sir.
Sheriff.
Take care, sir. Thank you much.
Mornings in Meridian. It is the 2 best hours of local live talk radio. We got to take a quick break here and talk about, well, Fox News and some other things that are going on in the world. And we'll be right back. I'm Roger. There's Rob right there.
Yeah.
And there's Charles.
Over here.
Sheriff's in the house.
Yes, sir.
And let's not forget, because the granddaughter's right over here. Hey, Race. Hey, you still okay?
She says I'm good.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. He was an Eagle. Glenn Fry, Smuggler's Blues.
They didn't play that, by the way.
They didn't play that?
No, sir.
They should have.
No, sir. But
in honor of the great Glenn Fry.
Try to imagine this. We're there at the concert in Atlanta, and the stage is totally black.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, the lights come on, and they're evenly staged out across the front of the stage, and they do Seven Bridges Road.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All acoustic.
Yes.
I mean, just open up the show with that.
That's, of course, the sheriff referring to his most recent visit to Atlanta when he went to hear the Eagles.
Finished up with Hotel California.
Nice.
Oh, man. Look at you. Look at you. Quite the rocker.
Yes,
and,
sir.
Of course, did you ever give any Smuggler the Blues here in Meridian?
Lots of time. We've had some great experiences with our drug task force and our partners.
Now, folks on Facebook, check the smile on his face when he said that. Yeah, so Smuggler's,
pretty genuine.
Smuggler's Blues makes the sheriff happy.
Absolutely.
All right, it's Mornings in Meridian. We're back. Roger, Rob, Charles, the sheriff's in the house, and a caller on the line. Let's go to the phones here at 601-485-9191. Good morning.
Good morning, true American patriots.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Sheriff Solly for his dedication to duty and years of service in both police and the sheriff capacities. And I hope his well-earned and deserved retirement is enjoyable, where he can hunt deer and catch bass and play with grandkids and have a good time. But I've got a question for the sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Do you think the angels in heaven look like Stevie Nicks?
What a question.
Stevie Nicks, when Stevie Nicks goes to heaven, she'll literally be the white-winged dove.
Absolutely, sir.
Yes. I have suffered a lifelong malady. Thankfully, it's not terminal, but it is incurable. It's OBD, obsessive blonde disorder.
Look at you. Look at you.
Oh, yeah.
You like them so much, you married a couple of them.
I have no sales resistance, and they've used my heart for a dagger holder for many, many times.
A dagger
but
holder.
I'm too stupid to change. People are like, why don't you get a redhead or a brunette? Why would you ride a rabbit trap when you can get a Rolls Royce? But thank you for your service. And
thank you, sir.
Well, welcome everybody to our misogynist section here, or we're just talking about
no. But, you know, and like I said, some of the old rockers and the old groups and all, modern music to me just is not the same. Like the groups I like the Doobie Brothers and Bob Seger, of course, and some of the the Eagles. Yeah, they had some great songs. And then, you know, I like most genres of music, and Alabama back when they were on the top of the world, about every other week they had hit song. I met Randy Owens up there at the Silver Star when they played up there one time. He's a nice guy. And but I just want to call in and tell Sheriff Solly we appreciate you and your deputies trying to keep us safe.
Well, thank you, sir. We have had some great rides. We've had some horrible moments, but we've had some great rides.
Yes, sir. And you know, next time the grand jury meets, maybe they ought to walk the MPD over to the sheriff's office so they can find it.
Well, the grand jury's coming up, I think.
And give them a legal pad and a big pen and say, take good notes. Roger that.
No, man. Wow, that's putting
I was
right
going to
there.
ask when the next grand jury is.
Next Monday.
Next Monday. All right, that'll give us something to talk about after.
Come back after that Turkey Day. Mornings in Meridian. It is, it's the day we have Sheriff Solly on, and you can call in and ask a question. 601-485-9191. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Well, gentlemen and gentlemen.
All right.
No ladies today.
Yeah. Well, we do have the granddaughter in the background here. We have Reese in the studio. So you were right. You were right.
Okay, very good. Well, I got a comment for the sheriff, and I know what kind of job he wants after he retires. He wants a blue light and a siren who on that blue and white Corvette.
Oh,
Take it home so he can, outrun the bad guys when they have an emergency in his neighborhood.
There you go, sir. In fact, when we were coming here this morning, coming down Highway 494, I was telling the granddaughter, this wreck happened there, and that wreck happened there, and this call happened here. I told her there's not many stretches of any roads in Lauderdale County that the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department, don't have a story to tell about.
Yes, sir. Just right at 494, an intersection of Highway 19, my neighbor and 2 passengers was killed there.
Yes, sir. I was hit there one time. Gentleman ran in the back of me.
Good night. Well, you never know what's going to happen around the corner.
Absolutely.
Well, hope things are nice and quiet in Sucalina, where you are in charge, sir.
Oh, yeah, we got traffic control under control here.
Yeah.
So everything's in good shape, and if they speed, I get my golf cart out and I chase them down. I'm gonna get me a blue light.
To show you,
get him one. We got to do that.
To show you how much power the mayor has there in Sucalina.
Yeah.
He got MDOT to pave Highway 19 from Walmart to just past 494, where you turn to go to Sucalina.
Oh, look at there.
That's some pull.
Yeah, that's my influence.
Mm-hmm.
Got a smooth road into town.
Well, it may not be mine. It might have been my son-in-law. He used to be over the highway department in this area.
Oh, that's nice. Well, yeah, it's good to have some connections.
Anyway, I do have one question for the sheriff.
Yes, sir.
When is it necessary to arrest, handcuff, and confiscate a man's vehicle and carry him down and book him for a minor traffic violation?
Normally,
when he just makes him arrest an officer mad.
Well, normally, minor traffic offenses, they just receive a citation and are not brought in unless there's, mitigating circumstances such as a outstanding warrant or suspended driver's license, or no driver's license.
One of those applied. He was charged with careless driving. He didn't violate any rules and laws, but it seems to me like that must be a catch-all. If you don't have something to charge him with, you charge him with careless driving if you want to pull a car over.
Right. I know reckless driving actually calls for your license to be suspended, I believe. I know it really impacts your insurance.
Reckless would be, yeah, but I don't understand what careless means.
Have you gotten pulled over by reckless or careless driving?
No, not me.
Oh.
My golf cart won't run that fast.
Oh, okay.
You can still be careless, though.
Yeah.
But I know somebody that did, and I thought it was just overbearing police, law enforcement officer, one police.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
That
I
was
see.
overzealous and exerting his authority.
Gotcha. I got you. Somebody you knew.
There's some that has an attitude like that. But,
Unfortunately, we can't get the human out of them.
yeah, and anyway, that's just my question.
Yeah.
I couldn't see something that minor being treated with such violent reaction.
Mm-hmm. Well, Benny, it sure is good to hear from you, my friend.
Well, it's good to hear everybody is on a good, happy note today at WTOK, WALT.
That's all right. We're friends with them.
102.1. And
Good.
I hope everybody has a great day.
Yeah.
We will now. Thanks, Benny.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. 601-485-9191 here at WALT. Good morning.
Morning. How you doing?
Doing fine.
Hey.
Come on in.
Yes, sir. I got a question for the sheriff. It relates to the open carry law in Mississippi. My understanding is that the gun has to be holstered if you was wearing it on your belt. So I want to know how the law relates to if you have a pocket gun, but it is in a holster as well.
Sir, I wish I could tell you that this is the answer today.
The answer today.
What's the answer du jour?
But unfortunately, the Mississippi legislature and the interpretation is changing almost daily, if not weekly, on what is considered open carry or concealed carry. Again, I don't understand. You can take an AR and put it on your shoulder and walk down the street with it. But if you don't have a concealed carry permit and you conceal it, that's wrong. I just don't understand it. I wish I could tell you the answer that you want to hear, sir, but I can't, sir.
But it sounds like if you said you have a holster, like a small pistol in your pocket, but it's in a holster, that would be concealed then, right?
Well, concealed and holding part is the way the law used to read. If you got it in a holster and you can see the gun on the hip, some people interpret that as being legal.
That's the way I've always interpreted it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I saw on our arrest docket somebody being charged with carrying a concealed weapon. Because in today's society, most everybody has a gun. If you come in contact with law enforcement and you're respectful to them, they're going to be, hopefully, they will be respectful back to you.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate you giving your thoughts on that.
Well, we didn't answer anything, though, did we?
It's totally clear.
It's as clear as it was for me before I made the call.
There you go. I'm glad I was able to waste your
time. Yeah.
That's right. I'm glad we got that straightened out.
Okay.
Y'all have a good day.
You too. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You cleared the whole thing up. There it is. Well, and that's always a big. You've said this on the show before, and we talk about carry, and the obviously the good thing to do is get a concealed carry permit.
Sure.
If you want to conceal it, but I have always heard since we had open carry law that if it's in a holster on your belt in view,
sure,
that's completely legal.
Right. And you can put it in a backpack. I know that's one of the rulings that came out that you could put a gun in a backpack or like a purse.
But see, that immediately goes.
I don't carry a purse.
That goes into conceal.
Sure.
Man purse.
Put it in my purse.
To me, that goes into conceal mode.
Right.
So,
and as I said, the laws are constantly changing. Several years ago, I purchased an AR pistol that had the bump stock, not the bump stock, but had the pistol brace on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the ATF ruled that gun was illegal, that I had to register it as a short barrel rifle. Well, I went through the process and had that done, got all my paperwork back from ATF saying that I now own a short barrel rifle. Well, recently the Supreme Court ruled said the ATF can't do that. Well, unfortunately, that particular gun now is registered as a short barrel rifle with ATF, and if I ever die and my wife wants to sell it, whoever purchases it has got to go through the ATF guidelines of purchasing that gun.
Okay, see, that's the reference you make to ever changing.
It's constantly changing.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to change, technology is always changing, and that's the way it's happened in business machines. And there's a company in Meridian that has kept up with it all along the way, and they provide to you top-of-the-line, latest technology, state-of-the-art, business machines. And I'm talking about Purvis business machines.
That's right. They sell, service, rent, and lease them. And, of course, they're all quality name-brand office equipment, including copying machines, printers, all-in-one devices that print, scan, copy, fax, email. They also have shredders, folding machines, fax machines, office calculators, and much, much more. You can go see them. They've got a wonderful showroom at 4505 Highway 39 North. Of course, their great website, too, is gopurvis.com, and they have lease return color copiers. You can save up to 85% on those. Can't save up to 85% on anything these days, but you can at Purvis Business Machines on the lease return color copiers, just gently used. Go see them. Check them out online, gopurvis.com. Go up to their showroom. Roger can eat off the floor, 4505 Highway 39 North.
I will.
I know. I've seen you do it.
Yeah.
It's not very pretty. 601-693-COPY. Purvis Business Machine. Service, not excuses, since 1979.
All right. It's Mornings in Meridian. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, and then we'll finish up our visit with Sheriff William Solly for the next to the last visit with us while he is sheriff. And welcome back to Mornings in Meridian, 2 best hours. We're finishing up the second hour here. Glad you're here with us. Who's us? I'm Roger B. Say hi to Rob.
Good morning.
Say hi to Charles.
No.
Sheriff's in the house.
Surprised you didn't say gypsy. Play gypsy.
Ah, well, we'll do that next month.
There you go.
All right.
So you got to put together your final list there.
I guess we better
with
work
Paul,
on that.
right?
Yeah, the sheriff's farewell tour.
There you go.
I'll get to work on
man.
I'll get to work on the audio montage.
Hey, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Good idea.
No YouTube, right?
Can't promise it.
Well, we make no promises
Oh,
here.
yeah. Okay, never mind. I know where we're going.
Yeah, I'm concerned that after the meeting the other night, and I departed. I got kicked out of the meeting, so Ward could have his first official meeting. And the next day, Ward told me that we do have some practical jokers within the organization. I made mention of that blue Corvette. I'm anticipating a little toy model blue Corvette.
Remote controlled.
Yeah.
Well,
that could be fun too. But,
should you get the real Corvette,
Yes.
we advise you to know that the battery will go down, and you'll need a new one. And we recommend you go to Battery One Source and replace that battery.
It's the only place to go because it's your one source for batteries. And I tell you what, of course, we've got Christmas, 35 days away, something like that. Everybody needs batteries. You don't want to open those gifts and then, oh, we forgot to get the batteries.
Yeah.
Nope. Go down to Battery One Source and get all the batteries that you need for everything that you're going to get on Christmas morning. And, of course, if you have a laptop that doesn't have a battery, well, it's a desktop, so make it a laptop once again. They've got batteries for watches, remotes, cell phones, and, of course, vehicles, golf carts. You name it. If it takes a battery, they've got the batteries down there at Battery One Source, 2618 North Frontage Road, in between exit 152 and 153. Give them a call at 601-693-1500. And, of course, they're open 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday.
All right, we're finishing our visit with Sheriff Solly, and we just want to take a minute to say that we realize that this is today the anniversary of you saying farewell for now to your daughter.
Yes, sir.
And, of course, losing a battle to cancer a few years ago. And how many years has it been?
4 years.
4 years.
Yep. So
just let you know that we want our listeners to know that so that they can all be lifting you and your family up in prayers throughout the day. In the meantime, you've got one more show left here with us.
Yeah.
And as sheriff, before you become, what do they call them in Fox News when they go to people about commenting about things? They're contributors?
Like a special contributor?
Yeah, special
retired
contributor,
sheriff?
Yeah.
Retired
consultant?
I don't know, contributor, so.
Legal expert?
We won't let you get too far.
Thank you, sir.
And nor, when you hear things that are going on, you may not want to go too far. You'll probably want to chime in and call in and give us some counsel from time to time.
We can do that, sir.
All right. But anyway, December the 19th, that's the third Tuesday, and that'll be when we have the sheriff on as the sheriff for the last time before his, before newly elected Sheriff Ward Calhoun takes over.
Yes, sir. I'll become a nobody.
Well,
a former somebody. I think anonymity is good, but yeah.
I don't think a nobody. In fact, we might just have something special that day. I don't know. Are we talking about it, Rob? We just give a little peek that
I got something brewing.
Hey, folks, if Rob says he got something brewing,
we're drinking beer.
It's gonna be.
Nope. What are we doing?
It's gonna be a fun one. Anyway, Sheriff, thank you for being here.
Glad to be here, sir.
Thank you, Reese. Thank you for being here, dear. Come back. You can come back anytime. You don't have to come just when Papaw's here. Papaw.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you all tomorrow. Well, I think I'm going to take a day off. This has been kind of strange.
You worked too hard. I mean, take it. You deserve one.
We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. God bless. Bye, local.